Hey, this is Justin with daytradethemarkets.com. It is Thursday, November 9th, 2017. We had quite a volatile, relatively wild day, especially relative to how trading has been lately today in the index markets. And I thought I would talk about a couple techniques that we like to talk about for identifying potential reversal points. And I think that was especially important today because there was quite, the market was down hard, then it was up a bit, then it was down hard again, then it reversed and almost made new highs again. So it was quite a volatile day. Now, normally, if you've seen these videos in the past, you know I like to talk about different zones and like to talk about different boxes. And we had an interesting day in terms of the zones, and we certainly had an interesting day in terms of some buying boxes stacking there, and then it reversed and had some selling boxes, and then some buying boxes going up that way. But what I've done for now is I wanted to simplify and not talk about that. I can certainly direct you some other videos that talk about that, but for the meantime, I wanted to just simplify and talk about on the very basic level what we call aggression bars and how you can utilize those for identifying potential reversal points. And so first, let me just talk about what aggression bars are, relative aggression bars. These are bars that appear in real time that are telling you basically what's going on under the surface of the market. They're telling you which side, either, and by side I mean buyers or sellers, is more aggressive at any given moment in time. And they're not just telling you that, they're also telling you the degree or the relative degree that the buying or selling aggression is happening. In other words, is there moderate, aggression? Is there, what we have here, is there strong buying or selling aggression? Or what I really want to focus on today, this idea of extreme buying or selling aggression. Whenever we have one of these extreme buying bars or extreme selling bars, they are telling us in real time that something major is happening. And most of the time there is what we call follow through. Like if there's a buying bar, most of the time it has follow through and it continues higher. Or most of the time, if there's a selling level 3 aggression bar, there's follow through and we have aggression in that direction. However, there are occasions where we have an idea called capitulation. And so the key point I want to make is I want to really focus on these level 3 or extreme bars, and especially I want to focus on when they happen on the high or low of the day. And again, I've taken off the boxes, I've taken off the zones, which is other techniques we use to really make sense of the market. I just want to focus on this simple idea for identifying potential reversals. So the first one is what I call capitulation of extreme aggression, and this needs to happen especially on the high or low of the day, but it's a situation where you either have a level 3 selling bar on the low of the day that has no follow through and quickly has its high taken out, such as this one right here. You can see we have a level 3 selling bar. It's on the low of the day when it formed. It doesn't have any follow through lower, and instead quickly has its high taken out, and the market starts to get comfortable or trade above it. That's a pretty good sign. That's a sign of capitulation, a pretty good sign that the market wants to turn around and head higher. You can see another example of this up here on the high over here, where we have a level 3 buying bar up on the high. It doesn't have any follow through. Okay, so the high is not taken out. And very quickly then it had, not very quickly, but shortly thereafter, it has its low taken out, and we start to get comfortable down here below. That's a sign of capitulation that the market likely wants to turn around and head the other direction, okay? And you can see that, compare that to, this level 3 selling bar that's on the low when it forms has some follow through. It does continue lower. This level 3 buying bar has some follow through. It continues higher. You can see that these level 3 bars over here have some follow through. They want to continue lower. This one doesn't have immediate follow through, but it never gets above it, so it holds. As long as these are holding, that's what we're looking for, and that's what happened. So typically when you have a level 3 bar, especially on the lower high of the day, we're going to get follow through in that direction. However, if there is this idea of capitulation, in other words, it doesn't have any follow through and then we trade below it, probably this market wants to turn around. Okay, so that's the idea of capitulation. The other one is initiation of extreme aggression on the high or low of the day. Okay, and this would be a case where, I should say, the other side comes in, where let's say that we're on the low of the day and we have some extreme buying aggression show up, or let's say we're on the high of the day and we have some extreme selling aggression come in. Now we had that example today down here. It's basically the low that 2 ticks from the low of the day. Okay, it looks like if you were trading at that moment, everything is looking crazily bearish at the moment. However, then you start to see this level 3 selling bar, which is pretty rare to see on the low of the day, basically the low of the day. Okay, that's showing us that this market has auctioned low enough to attract some aggressive buyers. And that's exactly what we see here. And the fact that we get some follow through is a good sign. And the fact that it's low, never gets taken out, and we start to trade above that is again, very good sign that this market wants to turn around. So again, these are just a couple of techniques. We also talk about boxes and box reversals. We talk about zone and zone reversals and a couple of the concepts. But I just wanted to start with this simple idea of when you have level 3 or extreme aggression on the high or low of the day, if there's follow through, it's likely there's a pretty good move coming in that direction. If there's capitulation, on the other hand, it's likely for a reversal. So just thought that you might find that interesting. If you're interested in other videos about the zones and boxes and more things like that, just let me know and I can certainly send you some other material. All right, thank you so much and take care.